Alright, this is the next assignment for the juniors and seniors. This is FaceChop or FaceCut, whichever one you want to call it. Here are some examples. This one down here to the bottom right is going to be a little more time consuming, a little more difficult, but still not as hard. So the top one everyone can achieve with this one very, very easily, and I will show you how to do the one on the left. The one on the right is no different, but the one on the left is actually pretty easy. Alright, let me turn these off. Alright, first thing you do is duplicate it. Don't necessarily need to duplicate, but I'm going to duplicate it anyway, and then I'm going to create a pixel layer and make a background. Oh crap. Make a background. Okay, right there. I'm going to name it background. And we are going to fill it with try to get this background color, so I'll sample it. Sampled. And then let me turn these off for a second. Alright, cool. I want gradient in it. Some noise. I'll add a little noise to it. Just so that it fits the other background, and then you hit apply. The main reason why I duplicated it is because if I mess up, I can actually start all the way over instead of dragging it in or Control-Zing. So the first thing, we are going to cut a section of this out. We can use the selection brush or the freehand lasso tool. I'm going to use the freehand lasso tool. Going to cut out her face. Actually, no. Well, this one, I'll have this one prepared, but I'll show another one. And I'll fix the edges, whatever. Cool. So we are going to... I'm going to paint the correction of this. Subtract. Nope. Add. Alright. It's not going to be that perfect, but that's alright. Because what happens is you need a background, you need a portrait image of a solid background so that it's easier to select and easier to cut from. I have to rasterize this image. Cool. And then all you do is Control C and Control V. And as you see here, we have cut the face. Oh. So I'm going to Control Z. What I'm going to do before I do that is add a new pixel layer underneath and above the face. And I'm going to fill that with whatever color you want. I'll use pink. And fill that same selection with whatever color you want so that you have that filled into the selection. The area that you're actually going to chop off, hit Control D. Now I can turn on the face again and I can slide it away. As you see there, now it's slid. So the other thing is, usually this has an edge right around in here, so it doesn't look like it's there's nothing. So skin has depth, so you have to add a little bit of depth on the inside of this. Let's see if I can do the easy way of doing this. Magic wand, select. And I wonder if we can actually shrink this area. Oh, watch. Okay, this is easier. I'll do it this way. I will duplicate this. Duplicate. I'm going to change the color so I can actually see it. Yeah. Change the color. Then we're going to shrink it. I know you can barely see that edge. And let me zoom in. Ah! There we go. Alright, so now you can see the edge. Sometimes you can create an edge this quickly with just two shapes. Now I'm going to change this color back to this. And then the skin tone color, which is the bottommost color, I'm going to alter it and change it to somewhat close to her color, her skin tone color. And I'm just trying to find one that would look nicely. Cool. And it can be a little darker. Awesome! And then you can add some noise to it, just so it fills the same grain as the image. And it looks terrible, but it's alright. Looks monochromatic. Ah, there we go. It's a little better. Okay. Can't really see the edge as well. Let me try making it a little bit darker. A little bit darker. Or pinker? No. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Let me filter. Add repeat noise. Cool. So the inside here, I'm going to put on a gradient just so it pops a little bit more. And to do the gradient the easiest way, I'm going to create a clipping mask or a new layer, and then make a clipping mask by dragging this on top of that layer. Open it back up. Now we can add a gradient inside. Switch it to radial. And let's fix this to make this light dark. Add some noise to it. I like the noise in the color wheel. I don't like the noise in the skin tone. I may go back in and fix that. Make this a little bit darker. So yeah, there you go with the face. I'm not gonna go back and fix that, but there you go with the one version of the face chop. And then you can actually have like this edge. You can clean up this edge a little bit more. Easiest way to do that, I would say, is to select around, select inverse. And let's see if this actually does it. Smooth or refined edge, or you can feather. I wouldn't feather the edge. Let's see what happens. So as you see, it actually rounds the whole face. If you see it change here, see how it goes into a circle? That's refining the edge and smoothing out the jitters. Do it a little bit, apply, and then select invert pixel selection, and then I'm going to hit delete everything that's on the outside, and then select, deselect, and you have a bit of a smoother edge. And then you can actually add flowers, feathers, gears on the inside coming out if you want to. Alright, the other way to do the face, let me put all these in one group real quick. Okay. Nope, too far up. Cool, that works. Alright, next face. I don't know if this picture is going to work as well as I want it to. Yeah, I'm not sure it's going to work that well. But we'll give it a try. So I'm going to duplicate just to be sure if I completely mess up. I have something, rasterize it. And take the magic wand. Actually, no, I'm going to take the brush selection tool, and I'm going to select her face. So I want to isolate just her face. And I'm not worried about the hair on that side. Yeah. Can we grab the shoulder? Oh. Alright, cool. Control C, Control V. Now, should be, at least, yeah, by herself. Cool. That will work. Select. And deselect. So now I'm going to just chop this up. Fastest way to do that is the freehand tool. And you just make a line, chop the head, and Control C, Control V. Hopefully that worked. And it did something. Where the heck is it? Alright, I do hate this layers panel. I don't know where anything is. Why did you do that? Alright, let me turn. Something is not working. Alright, something weird happened in the layers panel. So let me Control Z. Alright. What is this doing? I'm going to type this one so I know what it is. Whatever. Alright. Cool. Select. Come with the freehand selection tool. And Control C. Control V. There we go. Now, it's by itself. As you see the head. I'm not going to move anything quite yet. Yeah, I don't want to move anything yet. So I'm going to grab another selection. I shouldn't have turned that one off, but it's alright. You can do it this way. I'm thinking of, because it's not going to be in order as I want it, but it's fine. I'll do it this way. You can use a shape to do it also. Simple shape as your selection guide. That's my second one. Turn those off. And then maybe one more. Yeah. Yep. Now I want, there we go. Control C, Control V. Alright, what you're left with is something like this. I have to redo the bottom one. I want them to overlap, because it will be a lot nicer if they are overlapped. Come on. I'm going to add to it. Nope, that did not add. Add. Alright. Turn it off to double check. Cool. And what the heck is it doing? Well, yeah, let me reselect that one, because I did the wrong one. And trash that. Where is... There it is. Did the wrong one. Okay. Alright. Cool. So, first thing is turn these on. Control D. I'm going to move them. And you can do it several ways. You can move it lateral. I'll try lateral since I haven't done that one. Something like that. And is that it? No, one more. Something like that. And then you do have to lift them up just a bit to get a gap. Same with that, lift it up just a bit. Alright, all I'm going to do is use the shape tools, circle. So for this one, make sure I select the second one, and I'm going to cut here, reshape, and with this you can actually right click, convert to curves, and hopefully I can figure out where the curves tool is. Where the heck are you? Is it over here? No. I want to liquefy. Alright, where the heck is the curves tool? Which is pretty annoying. What? No. So there. Alright, since I have not figured out where the stinking curves tool is, I won't worry about it at the moment. And the background itself, I'm not going to turn it off. I'll show you what I'm going to do with that one. I'm going to add another circle. and it's going to pop up underneath this one or above this one. The reason why I converted to curves tool is I converted it to points, which I got to figure out where that stupid button is. Alright, forgot where it was. It's underneath the pen tool. That's the node tool, and it allows you to adjust and move your points, have them fit a little bit better. And cover up some areas which need covering up. And we go back to the green one. And do the same thing. This isn't too bad. Right now I'm not worried about perspective, whether it looks three-dimensional or not. You can worry about that one in yours. And then the last one, I'm going to put a circle over where's this? And another ellipse down here. Right click, convert curves, node tool. I'm going to add a point and 2 points, really. Put one here. Actually, I'm going to let this one fade up. Move that over. And have it be a little bit of a sliver. Alright, for the actual image, I'm going to duplicate this. I usually duplicate things, so I don't mess up. So all I'm going to do with this one is grab the eraser, and we're going to erase. And let me grab a brush that is solid. Do you have to erase the whole thing? Nah. Just the part that you don't want to see. Or the part of the face that is showing, that is getting in the way. And there you have FaceChop. And I can fix the circles and make them more perfect and follow along the lines of the head. Sometimes to do that, you can create a clipping mask. Let's see if that'll work. Yeah, clipping mask. Cool. Yeah, you can use a clipping mask too, which would help also. Now I can take this edge all the way out. Same with this edge, all the way over. And that helps too. And there you are, FaceCut.